It's 935 Katie. It's your girl, Cece the Mama, the T Boz from TLC. I love this woman. I got to interview you last year. We're doing it again. And now we're talking about your show going down tonight. So let's talk about T Boz Unplugged. Okay, we got Faith Evans performing.
Yep, Frankie J, Kamaya, and myself.
You know Frankie J, he can sing.
Oh, he has a beautiful voice.
Yes, he does. A beautiful soul, too. I love him.
Yeah, so I get to finally meet him in person. I've always, like through Brian, got to talk to him that way, but not in person. But he seems like an amazingly humble person.
Very humble. I've met him a few times, and he comes in by himself, real quiet, real super low-key, goes on stage, and he kills it every single time. So definitely, I'm excited about that. Let's talk about Unplugged LA and why you're doing this benefit. Now, you've been doing it for 4 years now?
Yes.
Okay.
T Boz Unplugged started because I'm the national spokesperson and I'm not getting enough help from the SCDAA. So I just was like, let me just start trying to raise awareness on my own since they don't utilize me. And I was like, okay, so let's merge my two passions, charity and music. And people pay to go to concerts anyway to hear people.
All the time.
So a benefit concert, 100% of the proceeds go to benefit children with blood disorders, sickle cell disease. So it raises awareness, and you can have fun doing it. It's not like one of the woe is me benefit dinners and you feel bad the whole night. It's like a pick me up type of celebration, like of life and helping people in return.
Now, do you have sickle cell?
Yes, I do.
And so you do feel like it is your responsibility to go ahead and spread awareness? I mean, I feel like it is a huge responsibility on your part.
Yeah, like the thing I always tell people, it's not something I have to do, but it's something I choose and I want to. And I feel like between me and God, I owe it because he spared my life in so many ways where doctors even came out like, I don't know why this girl is here. And when I was 7, the doctor told my mom, with me sitting there, he didn't pull her aside, like, your child will not live past 30, she'll never have kids, and she'll be disabled her whole life. And my mom looked at me immediately like, no, sweetie, we'll talk in the car. God has the last say so of your life. That's not your story.
That's right.
And so I used to be afraid to talk in front of people, and I didn't want people to pity me or define me by sickle cell. I didn't want to be known as the sickly girl, So when they asked me to become the spokesperson, I was like, this really is bigger than me and my fears. This is about helping others and showing them that it doesn't have to be a death sentence. I'm not saying it's easy, because my life isn't easy. I work at this daily to be here, but that it can be done, because we do have some up days, And so I superseded everything the doctor said I couldn't do. So it's a triumph story.
And you go out there and you are a voice of inspiration. What you do, these events are huge. You had Snoop Dogg last year, yeah. Naughty by Nature. Love you, Snoop.
Right.
You had SWB, Crazy Bone. A lot of these artists come out and support you. Mm-hmm. But I want to know about the people you've touched, the little girls that watch you and say, oh my goodness, that have sickle cell. Have you ever encountered and been able to hold a conversation with other? Tell me about that.
Absolutely. I had a book signing last night, and the letters that they give me, they were like, I don't know if you know it, but you saved my life. And I'm like, whoa, that's deep. Like, or I didn't commit suicide because of you, or I got out of an abusive relationship because you wrote Unpretty. Like the things that you hope to do, but to hear it come to fruition and actually touch the people and hear what they have to say, like it's still kind of surreal for me. I do a lot of charity work. I don't really speak on it, but going to the hospital, sitting with patients, and actually giving them gifts and stuff. If you're left there for Christmas and can't go home, so you can feel like a piece of home is there, or know that other people love you.
Right.
That we're compassionate about your story, that we care. Because sometimes that's the best medication, is just to let people know you care.
Absolutely. And sometimes I think when you have those conversations and those one-on-one with those individuals, that's the reason you're here. That's the reason God put put you here, and that's why you have the platform you have, is to make a difference among those people.
I'm trying.
No, you are, girl. Come on, you are.
Yes,
You know,
thank you.
and let's talk about. So we got Unplug LA going down tonight.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys grab your tickets. Where can they grab their tickets to go ahead and show up tonight?
Go to tbozunplug.com. Even if you can't make it, you can donate, and 100% of the proceeds, y'all, go to help the children. So tbozunplug.com. All the information is there. Avalon Hollywood starts at 6 p.m.
And it's like a party. I've been there. I love it. I love it. It's like a party.
Great music, great energy, entertainment. It's just an all-around cool vibe. It's just a happy, good night.
Absolutely. And so now let's talk about your book.
Yes.
A Sick Life. Let's talk about it. Was it hard for you to open up and share your story in this book? Because this book has a lot of crazy TLC stories that come along with it.
Yeah, it was. It was therapeutic, but I'm not one to share my life, especially with people who don't know me. Like my personal people, yeah, that's cool. But with strangers, that's not my thing. You know?
Sometimes it's hard because I feel like when you share, you kind of you can open up yourself to some criticism. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Vulnerable.
absolutely.
And it's like some of the real sensitive subjects, like death, like that's deep. Like fighting for my life, that's nothing. Like I'm not trying to hear your jokes and on the shade room and stuff.
No.
Like,
yeah.
You know, people will call themselves being funny and stuff on, you know, the internet, but we're talking about compassion, people's lives, and this is life. We're human. Like it amazes me how social media is just a place where people just really, really disregard life, and they're desensitized.
Absolutely, that's the word I was going to use. They're desensitized.
Yeah.
And it opens the door, you know, and sometimes it gives these people a platform to go ahead and say some crazy off the wall.
I didn't know how many people were stupid full time.
Yeah, right?
Like if you was part time, that would help me out a little bit. But y'all like dumb every day.
It's funny that people that have no expectation of themselves expect a high expectation of you.
Yeah, and then it's funny how they
or they feel like they can just judge you. Don't let me go off on these trolls. I'll go off on these trolls.
But they listen to everything the media says, and then that's just the Bible.
Right.
Like, you can't tell me about my life.
Let it be known.
Like,
it's true.
And then wouldn't dare say it to my face. 25 years, I never had one person. I wish any of y'all would say any of that.
Oh, no, I think that they'll see and be like, can we get a photo? Oh, my God, can we get a photo? I love you.
And then if you do reply, it's like, girl, I've always loved you. But anybody I've ever disliked, I don't know what they're wearing. I don't know their name of their page, their social media. I know nothing about you. They be quoting my whole life. Oh, but you don't like me, though. Okay.
Right? Exactly.
That's funny. That's so funny.
But you got so many people that look up to you and so many people that applaud everything that you're doing, T Boz. Like, I mean, still in it to this day. Let's go ahead and can I just touch on something that I saw on social media about your cousin?
Yes.
Please, let's talk about that. He had mental illness, correct?
Yes.
And he was shot, I think I read 18 times.
18 times with heavy artillery.
What the hell is going on in our world?
That's what I want to know. It was hard for me to stay calm and try to talk about it, and I have a lot of mixed emotions right now.
Absolutely.
For one, I want to say this. Let's just stick to the facts. He was mentally ill. When you don't understand how this system and our health, what do you call it? Our health, I can't think of the word, but it's just messed up. You know what I'm saying? They don't help. And people are so quick to judge.
Absolutely.
And his mother works so hard every year and every day to, get him help, and that he deserved and needed. But the fact that the cops used her to say, we promise you, if you call him out, we will get him the help he needs. The crime doesn't fit the punishment. You have, what's that guy's name, Dylan? Who walked into the church and actually killed people.
Oh, yes,
And they say they actually went and gave him lunch or something like that.
The punishment doesn't fit the crime,
Exactly. And to have an AR-15 and shoot this baby 18 times. Even if he had a gun, you said he walked towards you aggressively because allegedly he tried to rob a bank. Tellers are saying they didn't feel their life was threatened. There was no hostages. If anybody's life was in jeopardy, it could have been his. he didn't threaten anyone's life. Anything he's ever done, it was always reported nonviolent. So you tell me why you even thought it was necessary to have an AR-15 on the premises in the first place. And then you tell me why it takes 18 times when you walk all these other people out. They robbed banks before, they're living, went to jail, still breathing. But this kid who is known because he had like petty theft issues, like petty, non-violent.
The punishment
doesn't fit the crime.
It does not fit the crime.
The cops knew him and knew the situation. But for them to say, and then they even sent my family on a ghost hunt to the hospital, knowing his body was left on the ground for many, many hours outside the house. They sent them to the hospital saying his body was there, knowing it was not. Why is that? If he walked towards you, then how did he get shot in the face and the back of his head if he was walking towards you? Then they reported that he came out shooting. That wasn't true. Then it changed to he had a weapon. Then it's a gun. Then he had a weapon. Well, which is it? Like, what is the story? And then you take someone's life and you don't even explain to his mother why. Like, she deserves to understand.
You have to. It's because I feel like we lose that sense of humanity. That's still somebody's child.
And no,
that's her baby.
No body cams. If we had body cams and it was mandatory for every cop, especially under those kind of circumstances, we wouldn't be sitting here guessing and trying to figure out if he set up. It just wouldn't
be exactly. But I mean, when I seen that you had posted that on social media, it hit home with me because it's just something we deal with almost every day on a daily. You know what I'm saying? Being from the hood and living where we live at, and we deal with that a lot. With the police. But when I saw that on your social media, I was like, damn. It happened to her family?
I want to say something else because this makes me mad. My group member said a comment that has nothing to do with me. If you go on my social media years back since Trayvon Martin, I've always followed Black Lives Matter.
Absolutely.
But I don't have nothing to prove to y'all.
Right.
At the end of the day, like the fact that people are making these comments, this is not a time for that. Y'all are ignorant. Somebody lost their life. A mother is without a child. You sitting here talking about, well, ask Chili, does she still think all lives matter? I don't care what she thinks. She's entitled to her own opinion.
I'm not dealing with Chili. I'm dealing with my family right now.
Oh, you didn't say nothing. She is grown. I got kids I raise at home. I'm not raising all these adults and whatever they think. But the fact is, and I still believe we as black people should stick together on all fronts, not just over blacks being killed by cops. Even though it has hit me in my own backyard, I still feel like Black Lives Matter should be a movement about all things black.
Right.
And if you really want somebody to go with your movement, that's not a way to bring people to you. You're not a good representation of what you are saying you're following or you want people to follow by bashing others who don't agree with you or think something different, or because I was quiet in an interview. I'm not arguing on TV with nobody because of their opinion. That's her opinion. She's grown. Has nothing to do with me. But what you're not going to do is be disrespectful on my page about my cousin losing his life. It pisses me off. And it's not okay. And your day, if it ever comes, because karma's not cool. Karma comes. Watch what you say to people, because things will happen to you. And when it does, remember all that stuff you was trolling and saying.
It's just, where's the humanity at this point?
I don't understand it. Because, and then the judgment. When you know your loved one, and even a 65-year-old older white man who's a veteran who befriended my cousin, he told a beautiful story, but he also told how he saw he was racially profiled and all of them wasn't arrested because they were white, and that same bank was robbed by a stocky black short guy, and my cousin is tall and skinny, and they arrested him anyway because they saw him walking around that area. And he even told that story, and I'm gonna post that story as well, because these kind of things speak to my cousin's character, that he was wrong for many things, but he was such a sweet person. I just hugged him last Sunday, and he was always sweet, never harmed anyone. And when you have a record on record that said nonviolent, all of a sudden
Yeah.
25 years, never been violent. So you want me to think this one time he was?
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense at that point.
So nothing makes sense, and we just want answers. And anybody would deserve that. So
I think anybody wants that for their family member.
yeah, absolutely.
You know?
But I just think overall, not even just my family, the harsh stuff that goes on social media sickens me. It needs to stop.
It does.
If anything, if you don't have anything good to say, just shut up. Don't talk at all.
It's funny because, you know, especially public figures, you'll get people's opinions whether you ask for them or not.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't ask for nobody's opinion of me. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But you'll get that, and sometimes I you know, it's hard. I can't flash back as much as I want to, but I'm like, man, I see things on my social media I don't agree with, but I'm never I just keep it moving. What's the point of me sitting there and putting somebody down, or what's the point of me pointing something out? It's really none of my business. Just keep it flowing.
Especially if you don't know the fact.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? People are so judgmental, and it just breaks my heart. Like, I would prefer to use my platform for good.
Mm-hmm. And you do. You absolutely do.
And I'm not going to ever judge anybody because something especially I've never been through or can't relate, I'm not going to voice my opinion because I just don't know. And the press lies, y'all. Y'all are dumb, for real. Y'all listen to everything the news says. People really need to wake up. Like, this whole take a knee thing and all this is like, I love that part.
Right.
Because I love that people are standing up against the system and
we're stronger than the system. You guys really need to realize that. We really are stronger together.
Absolutely.
Together. Yes, that's the key word.
So if we are Black Lives Matter, y'all bashing your own people. We bashing each other. That's not good representation for a movement that we're talking about we want to make a change in. And if you really disagree with somebody, if I want to bring somebody to my side, I would sit down and educate that person. I would talk to that person with respect because I would want respect. But if you come at me with disrespect, what do you think you're going to get back? We're not making a change. We're making each other look stupid. So
and that's what they want to see. They want to see us fighting each other.
Fronts. Yeah, and y'all are helping. So read the shade room. Y'all think y'all are being funny, but y'all look ignorant and y'all look stupid. And I'm going to say it again. Get mad at me if you want to, but y'all look dumb, ignorant. And if we are sticking together, then let's stick together. Let's make a difference, because you're not making a difference trying to be funny about people losing lives and stuff.
You're not making a difference. You're not going to make a difference half-assing anything. You know what I mean?
No,
that's really what it is. Yeah.
Make us look good as a people.
Absolutely.
You're contradicting yourself as you write that negative comment. You're dumb. You're dumb for that.
Half those things I can't even reply on them. You know what I mean? I don't even like to give them the time of day. You know, I think what you're doing right now, and you're doing for good, you know, you're doing the unplugged, you're speaking out. We need more people like you, T Boz. So I know, but people like you that battle that and that fight that good fight, a lot weighs on your shoulders, and we understand that. And we have to acknowledge and applaud that too sometimes, because sometimes you need this to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do need that, you know?
It is hard because, like I said, and Brian said it the best, like it took every inch of me yesterday not to reply. Everything in my being, like, for real, because I'm not that chick. Like, I don't want to do this with y'all. Like, I don't be playing like that.
Right.
Not about life and something I'm passionate about. And as hard as I know I've worked to make a change, and then, like, I remember Prodigy. I hate that somebody has to die for y'all to take notice. He was living. We, celebrate us while we're here. We don't do that, And even though I found out he choked on an egg, but he was already sick. But why didn't we appreciate him while he was here and talk about it then? Me and Prodigy had, talked, and we tried to do a song, and my label wouldn't let me because they was like, oh, you don't need to be viewed as being sick. And no, we want to stay away from that. And because I was under contract, I really couldn't do it.
Okay.
But that really hurt my heart. That, he's trying to put the word out. We want to make a movement together and
do something good. Do something good together.
And then, then I had a troll come on my page. Oh, now you want to get shine because Prodigy girl. Like,
please.
The thing that cracks me up is like,
girl, bye.
Do your research before you start talking. I don't think y'all realize how ignorant y'all sound because you don't even know what you're talking about. I've even been to Congress, heifer. to keep the bill going for bone marrow transplants. Like, I've done real moves in this business. You can't deal with me and talk to me on a level.
Half those people that even comment and show their opinion, they don't even do anything to contribute. You know, they don't.
So and
it's funny because I feel you on that. Listen, I do a lot of stuff for the community. I give back a lot, and I know I do because I'm there every day driving and going from city to city. And I get, well, how come you weren't at this event, or how come you didn't do this? And I'm like, damn, I'm only one person. I can only
you
do.
You don't have to do it. That's what I be telling people. This is your choice.
Yes.
I didn't sign up to say I have the disease myself. I get sick myself. I got kids. I'm trying to live too.
Yep.
Now,
exactly.
They have made some leeway with sickle cell, but the part that bothers me is the research stops at 40. I'm 47. I got a 2-year-old. I got a 16-year-old. I want to raise my kids. You know what I'm saying? But the research stops because they think we're too damaged and too already messed up so they can go ahead and die with that's how I feel.
And then that's why we have somebody like T Boz that comes and blaze that trail.
Right, but what about us? So I'm gonna keep fighting that we find a cure for people our age, because if my grandmother was living and she had sickle cell, we need granny. Them old grandma Remy.
Yes.
Grandma's like really
grandmas are the heart of the family. Yeah, we need that. Absolutely.
So, but I am happy that they can heal children in the womb. There's stem cell research. People keep writing me like I don't know these things. Y'all, I understand what's out there, but there's a lot that goes into these cures. Don't think I haven't researched every last single way to live. I want to live more than you. It's my life. I want to live.
And you bring a lot of awareness to it. Yeah. You really do. You shine a big light.
Oh, thank you.
So you definitely got to be applauded for that.
People to help me more.
Hey, and that's why we're here at 935 KDACC, the Mamacita, because I think that this show's important. I think everybody needs to get out there. I think everybody needs to support. And I think that, at some point we all just need to come together. And not only are you giving to a good cause, but you're going to get a great show on top of that, because everybody I see at that show, everybody's singing, everybody's dancing.
I want to say this one thing and I'm going to leave it alone, I promise you.
Go ahead.
So somebody got mad because on the Breakfast Club, listen, I said,
I'm always listening.
Okay, I said something like how my people don't help me and most of the people who donate. Because I'm not bashing my own people, but I'm talking true. When we give these events, Brian.
The facts hurt.
But yes, I speak all facts because I'm out here doing this. What is the color of the nationality of people who make T Boz Unplugged happen?
Is this mic on?
Yes.
It's mostly not black.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's an event that she's been doing, and most of the corporate people and most of the people that step behind and get behind Tion are all of other nationalities, and and I think why she says it is because it's a disease that affects mostly black people, and so she's trying to say that she wishes if the Black Lives Matter movement would get behind even things like this, right? It's a disease that
they said, oh, she bashes Black Lives Matter.
No,
so y'all don't support sickle cell. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said that I think we should support each other on all things black. So if this predominantly affects us, I would just like you to help in ways like just spread the word.
And why wouldn't you at that point? Why wouldn't you?
What's wrong with that?
It's not going to hurt you. It's going to do some good. Exactly. Why wouldn't you do it?
So I didn't bash you. I didn't say, you shouldn't just talk about police brutality. Yes, you should. But we should talk about all things that affect black people.
That affect every single day.
I just said, let's stick together on everything. And I'm still going to say that. And you can get mad if you want to, but when I'm in these streets and I'm fighting to make a difference, I know who writes these checks. And I'm just saying, if it's us at home and we're the ones it affects the most, we need to stick together. And that's period.
I agree with you. Now, let's take it on a lighter note on your book really quick. A Sick Life. So, hold on, T Boz. You created the dance move for Creep from the Dr. Dre Chronic album?
Ain't that crazy?
Wait, let's talk about that. I was like, wait, what?
Dr. Dre is one of my favorite producers ever. And I don't know if I told you that, Dre, but I love you more than you know. Because every time I see him, I just like, what's up? But Dre, I respect you more than you have any clue. Like, I really do. And Snoop, too. Because he laughs like, oh, girl. No, I love you. For real. Like, I am a big fan. So they don't know how much they impacted my life, like NWA and all that. So the people I admire, I make up my routines to the things that I'm passionate about and I love, and then I put it to our music. So the whole Chronic album did that whole tour that I choreographed.
Oh my God!
And so Creep,
Yes.
I did that. Dun 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 dun.
And you, oh my goodness! I was like,
So
what?
it's a Dre Day and all that. That's what I made Creep to. Y'all might think that's weird, but I don't know. In my head, it made a lot of sense because that moved me. That's
Yes.
what I was passionate about, that bass line. His beats are so simplistic but so complex all at the same time. It's just genius. And I loved it. And it moved me so much. It made me come up. You know what? My friend Divine said, Tion, do you know what a true choreographer is? And I said, no. He said, it's not people who teach other people dances. It's people who create dance and make the world follow. And I said, well, that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to create dances in TLC that people are going to follow, like Waterfalls. And I did Creep. And What About Your Friends, that dance.
Yes. Oh my god, I could never create a dance. I'm sorry. I can only watch and I can mimic it. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard, though.
Yes.
Now I'm like,
What can I come up with really quick?
right.
So again, tell them about T Boz Unplugged LA. They can grab their tickets one more time because we want everybody listening right now to get on your phones and purchase your tickets right now.
That's right. And even if you can't come to the Avalon Hollywood tonight, that starts at 6 p.m., you go to tbozunplugged.com. You could just donate. You can make a difference. $1, $2. Anything makes a difference. You can save a life by doing this.
And it's so important.
And this is so fun, you guys. Like, it's a concert. It's good music. And they're there for a good cause. So you get...
And I almost feel like when we were there last year, I just felt like it was such an intimate concert. It's not like really huge where I'm looking at the artist on stage and I can
Right.
barely see him and they look like a little ant or something. I felt up close and personal.
I even bring the fans on stage. Like,
You
they
do!
guys part with me. I incorporate y'all. We're partying together. You can hug me. You can touch me. You can talk to me.
The brat was walking around
Right.
everywhere. It was cool,
It
yes.
feels like a big family because we're all in support of one thing, and that's to help save somebody. And you're helping to save me too because you're helping me get out something that I'm passionate about, that I fight daily to stay on earth, to raise my kids, that I deal with in my household on a daily basis. So you're changing my life as well.
Absolutely. Well, listen, you know we have your back. We got you. K-Day supports you. Anything you ever need, this is your home.
And thanks for letting me rant today.
No, I feel it though. I feel it.
I just got a lot
I feel
of
it.
emotion
You know,
right now.
I won't go into it, and I won't talk about it. It's personal, but my niece was a victim of a hate crime last week, and it really. So when I seen that, that's why I want to talk about it because I'm angry that I can't even speak on it right now. But she was the victim of a hate crime, and so I understand.
Yeah.
You know. The anger that you
and
feel because people can speak on it how they want. That's still your family. That's the person I love.
Right.
You know. So yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
and I'm with
'cause
you.
Somebody was like, she probably don't ever see him. I just hug him Sunday.
And who cares? It's none of your business. So stop.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
But that thought even came out of, you read everything I said, and that's what you come up with.
I don't even need to speak to you on that level at that
So
point.
it's
Yeah.
just, I don't know. It does bother me. And usually stuff like that doesn't, but because it's so sensitive of a subject, it really irks me right now. And you do get angry.
You do.
And it took a lot because I couldn't even get my words out this morning. I was all over the place. I just get, because it is so many.
It's so many emotions that go through you too. Because I mean, trust me, when we found out, like,
We had the funeral. Like it's just so fresh. It just happened on the 20th.
well, listen, you're in my prayers. Your family's in my prayers.
Thank you.
And many blessings for you tonight. I know it's going to be a success, and I want everybody, even if you can't make it, please go on her page and please donate. It is it's definitely for a good cause, and it's up to us. Like, my saying is this: it takes a village, and we all have a hand in each other. So it takes a village.
Oh, I love you for that.
I love you too, girl. There it is, T Boz. It's 935 K to your girl, Cece the Mamacita.